Hello everybody, welcome to this video. This video is just going to be covering wear and tear on my Scuf Prestige controller. I made an unboxing video and a video of me playing my first match of Call of Duty with this Scuf controller in August of last year. So I've had this controller for a little bit over a year now, and I keep on getting lots and lots of questions about how I like it, how long it took me to get used to it, how's the wear and tear. So real quick, we'll just go over those things, and I'm not going to drag this video out too long because if I've learned anything on YouTube, it's that people don't like long videos, they just want their information. So let's hop right into it, and if you look at the controller on the faceplate here, you can see there are not any immediate signs of wear and tear. Everything looks nice and fresh still. All these buttons still perform well. There's no sticking. Analog sticks still return right to the correct place. There's no stick drift or anything like that I've experienced when I'm playing. The D-pad gets almost no usage when I play, so this thing is still working out just fine. The start button and the select button don't have any issues. The power button still works just fine, and bumpers are still performing beautifully. Plenty of bounce back, and then these triggers still work great, and then there's these adjustable switches here on the back to make it so that the triggers go from going all the way down like this to going to halfway like that, and those still work great on both sides, so I don't have any issues with any of that. All buttons and normal functions of this controller are looking great, still nice and clean, and the grip itself doesn't have a whole lot of wear on it. There's a little bit of wear here and a little bit here, but I definitely don't feel it when I'm playing. It's just visually a little bit worn. So everything on this controller that I've covered so far is operating beautifully, no problems whatsoever. So that's the good part of the Scuf Prestige as far as wear and tear goes. Everything's working great that I've talked about. However, something I have not talked about yet are these paddles. The paddles, I love them, and when I'm playing, it makes gameplay a lot easier to be able to slide and turn or jump and turn without having to take my thumb off the thumbstick and having to reach over and push the A and B buttons. However, the paddles on the Scuf Prestige are fragile, and I mean fragile. This one right here, I have an A, it's A or B, I'm not sure which one, and then this one right here is the other one, the A or B. These two paddles right here are fragile beyond belief. I'm very, very careful with my stuff. I'm very nice to it. I'm not rough with anything I have. And even with me treating stuff as nice as I do, this paddle and this paddle have cracked right here or even completely snapped right here several times. If you look closely right now, you can see on the T and the I and the G on this paddle, there is a subtle crack going through there. And same on the other side, it's just a little bit harder to see on that other side. And I've been playing with these paddles on here cracked for a long time now. And like I said, a cracked paddle might not be that bad, but I've got lots of broken paddles too. So these paddles, these are the A and B paddles, at least that's how I have it set. You can have it set to whatever button you want. But those paddles right there are very, very fragile. They'll snap and break way too easily, in my opinion. And these aren't even all of the paddles that I have snapped. I've thrown some of them away. I just kept those ones for display purposes. So the paddles, although they're amazing for gameplay and make the game a lot easier to play, you can do lots of stuff you wouldn't be able to do with a normal controller unless you do claw, which I don't. So the paddles, as awesome as they are, these paddles in particular are just too fragile, in my opinion. And I'm still glad that I bought the Scuf Prestige. So you may be wondering, what do I do about these paddles if they do break, if I buy a Scuf Prestige? Well, from what I've learned online is that for the first 6 months of you owning a Scuf Prestige, it's under warranty. So if those paddles break on you, you can talk to Scuf and they will replace your paddles for free, as I understand it. I didn't do it because I didn't know about it till it was too late. I learned that after my first 6 months of owning the controller. So like I said, as far as I know, Scuf will replace your broken or cracked paddles up to 6 months after you buying your Scuf Prestige controller. But then after that, it sounds like you're just out of luck. And I have purchased extra paddles several times due to mine cracking and breaking, And so in order to get new paddles, you can order a set. You will get all 4 of the paddles every time you order it. You cannot, as far as I know, they might have changed it since I've last looked, but when you order it, you have to order all 4. You can't just order this one 3 times or this one or whatever. You have to buy a set where you'll get 1 of each paddle. So that's 4 paddles total, and the cost is $10. So you'll get a set of all 4 paddles for $10 on the Scuf website. And I mean, that's not too expensive, but I've broken probably 4 sets of paddles in the year that I've owned it, and that's $40 on top of the original price being around 200 something dollars. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was something like that. So that's an extra $40 on top of that already initial purchase price. So that's definitely something to think about. And I hate to say it because I love this controller. I absolutely am so thrilled that I bought it. It makes playing games easier. I like how it feels. I like everything about it. The paddle placements, the only thing about it that I do not like is how fragile these paddles are. Would I recommend the Scuf Prestige to a friend? Yes, but I would also tell them exactly what I just said about all the paddles, that they're going to crack, they're going to break. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. A lot of people have been asking me about the Scuf Prestige, what I think of it, how it performs, how it's held up this whole time, and I have nothing but great things to say about every aspect of the controller except for the paddles. So if you guys do look into buying a Scuf Prestige, I mean, I feel like this is the only thing that makes or breaks the deal. If you're willing to buy a couple extra sets of paddles or even play with some cracked paddles, then absolutely get the Scuf Prestige. If getting a Scuf Prestige and you having the paddles break sounds like the worst thing ever to you, then probably try out a different controller. Like I said earlier, I love the Scuf Prestige. I'm happy that I have it, but the paddles breaking is just the worst. So I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much all I've got for you on the Scuf Prestige. Every piece of this controller functions as it should and does great. The only thing that has ever let me down about the Scuf Prestige is those paddles. So I hope this information helped you guys, and I wanted to be as honest as possible. And that's the honest truth about the Scuf Prestige. Beautiful controller, works great. I love it. I hate that the paddles break. So that's what I got for you guys on the Scuf Prestige, a year-end review. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helped you out, and you got any information you needed. And I hope to see you guys later on the channel.